Greetings, one and all, to this week's episode of 10 o'clock. I am Xeno Kellian, and this is Dr. Loz. Murder, Dr. Loz. Murder, most doctor. Anyway, so this is episode 454 of 10 o'clock. We are here to talk what we talk about every week, which is Warframe. And we're going to start the week like we start every week, Pinky, with Emblems.
Oh, I have to push button for that.
Yeah. You do. What? No. Shit. Make him go away and pause. See, I told you, Loz, like, you know, you should pause before you get
I
rid
know.
of
I have these
like,
moments of just, like, things that just go in a dream state, as if the emblems were wrong, and I was clearly wrong.
You know.
I mean, look, there they are.
But anyway.
There's some emblems.
Emblems. I don't know what mine is. And yours is there.
Mine's a 90s cartoon title page.
Oh, it really fucking is. Early 90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
I think yours is, well, it reminds me of the, very similar to the thing, for the symbol in the middle. The marker, I think it is, from Dead Space.
I wouldn't know.
Along with a Sonic the Hedgehog gold ring and just, it's on fire.
Fire. Yeah, okay. They're there. But if you want to win 75 platinum for your platform of choice, waiting for Loz to hit a meme.
I win. You didn't say I win.
That's fine. You can win. I don't, you know.
Mine's better than yours. Yours is silly.
That's fine.
Hey,
right.
We'll go for the
If you want to win 75 platinum for your platform of choice, go into the description below and you'll find a link to this week's polls. They will include those emblems along with a bunch of questions from this week's episode. Just, you know, fill it in. Make sure you put your name in correctly. Make sure you select your platform of choice, and you'll be entered automatically for a chance to win 75 platinum. So we do one 75 platinum giveaway for each platform. So that's a total of lots of platinum.
Yep.
I was kind of expecting you to call me out, but I'm expecting you to... Yeah, are you playing a mobile game?
Playing Konosuba.
You're playing Konosuba? Oh,
yeah, it's only about like 4 days till the anniversary, so...
I've really got to play that more. Anyway, right.
I love it.
So, but we're not here.
The countdown to the anniversary, and every day, two of the characters have a little skit with each other.
Well,
you're missing all that.
Yeah, I mean, but we're not here to talk about Konosuba. We're here to talk about Warframe. So,
why hasn't Warframe got a mobile game? Damn it! And not Warframe the mobile game, which also we don't have.
God. Anyway, so talking about Dojo Dusting. I think I've announced, I always think I've announced this. I'll be moving soon. That's still up in the air as to when it's going to happen because estate agents suck. I think they suck in every country. They don't just suck in the UK. I think it's just like a worldwide suckage. But anyway, I don't think there's... I will be taking recording back over from Loz. Because he has been an absolute champion for the last few years.
He's just
recording
sick of me
this.
Doing it, because I make a quick mess of it every week, and he's like, finally, I will reclaim this, and it'll be good again with the audio not terribly misbalanced.
No, I want to do it so that you can have your snazzy
fix the audio
intro and musics for the war report and all that stuff.
Yes, yeah. Yeah,
you want your crazy
man.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so yeah, so Dojo Dusting, you know, that's still up in the air. I am talking about doing some streams in the future to just, you know, start streaming when I have good people internet and not bad people internet. I'm a bad person. The one question though I have for, you know, everyone, including Loz right now, is would you rather see me stream on Twitch or YouTube? That's the ultimate question. What the F is going on with...
Oh! I know what's wrong.
What have you done?
Oh, it's fine now. It's fine. I'll fix it.
Okay. But yeah, so...
There we go.
Loz wasn't paying attention to the question. The question will be in the polls. It's fine.
No, it was which you want to stream on. Sorry, it was my auto clicker was activating on number 2, which was change weapon, and that's why it was just trying to. It was an optical, so if you just rapidly tap the,
it doesn't charge the fire.
Yeah, I can try and repeat it, but even faster than this. Imagine, so it just doesn't.
Right.
That's what's happening really quickly. But anyway, it's fine. So you want to say if you want to Twitch on stream or YouTube? Not both.
Stream on Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah, not both.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to. Well, by many rules, I'm not allowed to multi-stream. But I mean, I suppose I could start to begin with and then see which one takes off the best, and then swap over to the one.
I feel Twitch is the major platform, but at the same time, I think YouTube is just more organic, and that you either you make it big on Twitch or you don't. It's very hard in between.
Yeah, I also think that you just can't make it big on Twitch.
Yeah,
because it's just like the platform's not designed for growth at all. It's designed for keeping big crowds of people in the same place.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, right. So, should we move on to the war report?
I suppose that's probably because the platform doesn't, the platform cares more about keeping people on the platform, and it knows that it'll achieve that better by giving people what they want, and they already know that people want the big crazy streamers, so they'd rather just get people to go to that because they know that people will want to watch that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's about being more popular than being successful, or it's well,
there is rare chance. There's a very rare chance that people, so there's individuals can grow very rarely, but the system doesn't help them do that, and so the system's like, oh, good, just another one has happened through no effort of my side, which is just a boon to me, and I didn't have to put any effort in.
Yeah. It also, like, if people are like, I promote this person because I like this person, everyone should go check out this person. That can have a huge positive impact, but you have to be a certain size yourself. I mean, heck, you linked me some random person's channel. I'm like, neither of us are enjoying this video. The only reason why you did it is because you watched someone else's video first.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, war report.
Hang on. Sorry if I'm messing up on my ability to play this game right now. I've swapped to doing the 12 keypad buttons on the side of my mouse rather than the 6 or 7 that I used to like. There is too many buttons here now, and I'm just trying to learn them still.
Fair enough.
It's good. Anyway, there's the war report. I literally have nothing for the war report.
Well, I don't know how you have nothing, because
there's dev streams at some point or something, isn't there?
Yep. So there's a dev stream later today, Monday the 22nd, which is going to be about Soulframe.
Wow, I can't wait to watch that in only a few hours' time. It's going to be amazing. In fact, this may finish if you started at the right time for you to watch it. Go watch it now. It's happening right now. Mate, we recorded this on the Friday. I'm just playing with you all.
Yeah. So they're going to be talking about the state of play with the team, and oh god, what else are they talking about? State of play of the team and something else. Any information they're prepared to give us about Soulframe, but in all honesty,
I saw a tweet from Steve that says it'll be very generic,
bare bones.
But no, he used a word. I'm gonna look it up in a sec. It was something like very broad, or not very much depth. I think they'll literally be like, "Yeah, we're making Soulframe, guys. It's gonna be amazing." Well, to be honest, okay, I'm gonna put some simple expectations on it. All I would like Steve to do is to pin down the overarching things of what's it going to be. Is it going to be free to play? Is it going to have, like, what's the monetization system going to be? How many people are you going to play with? Roughly, what are they expecting for, like, is it a PvP? Is it PvE? Is it arena? You know
what I said to you, right? What you call it? Did he say it was going to be a bit vague? And you turned around and was like, no. He used a very specific word. Turns out the word was vague. No, it wasn't vague. It was like,
vague.
Broad.
It was a very vague-ish word describing a lot of things in a very undefined manner. But it's sort of vague, but different to vague.
So vague then. It was like, no, it wasn't vague.
It wasn't vague. It was a different word than vague. But it was vaguely vague, if you get what I mean.
Anyway, Sorry, that cracked me up. Yep. So we've got that. Also on Friday the 26th, we've got the first Warframe dev stream.
Whoop, whoop.
What's it called? Since the dev stream, yeah, post TennoCon. Because I think
I haven't
they're
put it
also
in the
doing
memes,
other streams.
but there was a meme that was like, TennoCon 2022 was 2 months ago, and it's like the realization of someone just like aging from like youthful to in the time, because it's just been so.
Yeah,
it just feels like so long ago now at this point.
Yeah. And
Solo.
I think because it allows you to pause. Pausing is amazing when you're doing stuff.
No.
Yes. I think that might be all I have. Oh no, we had the update. We had a quality life update, which changed some minor things, but we also had the first round of Tenno Gen 22 come into the game as well.
Is that the first round of Tenno Gen this year?
I have no idea. Probably not. I'm pretty sure we had Tenno Gen at the start of the year when we had the Star Days event.
Maybe, yeah.
So yeah. I think that is it for this week for the war report. I don't think there's anything else.
Button, I'm going to push it again. There we go.
Good man. Right, should we move on to the topics for this week? Right, so the topic 1 had some guys nuking in a lith fissure. I could tell we were behind on reactant. And the community concept is Typhus, the parasite warframe. Cool. Right.
I feel
so.
Okay, we'll get to it when we get to it, I guess.
No. What's gone?
Well, you know that concept, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Red Skills.
It's Skills. Yeah. Okay. But it seems weird. Was that randomly picked, or was that just?
Well, no. I imagine it was picked by Tobiah. I mean.
Also, what happened to my thing of like, sometimes we should have 3 topics. I don't think we've done that yet. Still,
I don't. I mean, we've had some quite meaty topics.
We've definitely had space for it.
I mean, the last 2 weeks, like,
no, don't get me wrong.
I'm pretty sure we're over 2 hours.
Yeah, but that's because it was hot and we were tired as well. It's like that's a terrible combination. I still think we should have 3 topics sometimes.
Fine.
You used to always have 3 topics, man. In fact, it was when you swapped it to me.
We need to be under an hour and a half. We
could be. We could do 3 topics in under an hour and a half, man. Well, no, I'm now with all the extra sections. It's like Camp I Cast. 2 hours is now my expected time for these.
Fair. Anyway, should we continue to talk about that, or should we go on to the first topic?
Well, what's at the bottom of the screen?
Well, the first topic, right? Yeah. So, had some guy nuking in a lith fissure. I could tell we were behind on reactant. Sounds like a light novel's title. Makes it faster because it doesn't matter. These are quotes. Imagine my smugness when we were done with all 3 mobile defense objectives and had to spend at least 10 extra minutes running around the map to find 2 reactant per person. Nuking in a fissure can backfire because only corrupted enemies drop reactant. When you kill everything almost instantly every time, you're not giving them enough time to actually become corrupted before they die, leading to no or less than normal reactant dropping. I can appreciate that and get behind it. I think Loz is actually doing reactant farming right now.
Yeah.
So I have not personally come across this whole nuking thing with, people just running around doing this, but not to say it doesn't happen. Have you ever experienced this?
Well, I'm experiencing it right now, I can tell you that. That's...
But you've already got all your...
My smugness. But, oh wow. That's because someone's reacting. The problem is, though, don't mobs become invincible the minute they start turning into a corrupted?
Yes, but they spawn in the environment first uncorrupted, and then will, after a brief period of time, turn corrupted. So if you're wiping out the map first, then there's no chance for anything to become corrupted.
I don't think this is really a thing.
I think it could be a thing, but I think this is a troll. This is just people trolling.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
I
Okay.
don't.
Obviously, we have not experienced this ourselves either way, so we can't say 100% definitely or not. Maybe this is what people have experienced, but it sounds very suspect to me that the mobs would be dying at such a rate that they never become corrupted.
I don't necessarily agree with that because it depends on where you're doing it. Because remember, Lith is low level stuff. Lith is like, you know,
I still don't think it would. I still think like mobs would spawn behind items that would protect them, or behind in the next tile and become corrupted as they walk towards it. I think it would be near impossible. You'd have to literally game hack the game. I think.
What type of map is it? Mobile defense.
Yeah.
At least 10 minutes running around the map trying to find your person. New king and a fisher.
I think the 10 minutes thing is a huge overstatement.
Also,
right?
You can see other players and what reactor they're at. It's behind you now. Certainly.
Yeah.
Wait, I can just hide you for a sec, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hide you for a sec. You can see there on the right hand side, just next to the characters' names, there is the reactant levels of each player. See, I'm on 2, one person's on 2, one person's on 1, and one person's on 0. Oh, one person's at 3. Right, so you can see your teammates are getting reactant if you're not. So if you go back to the start of the level and you simply just walk through the level, oh look, I'm now on 3 reactant because they're on 3 reactant. So if there's a player in your mission who is instantly killing all the mobs, they'll also not get all the reactant.
Yeah.
So no one gets a reward. What is this? Really?
Why would you bother doing the mission?
Yeah.
Yeah. But as I said, the only thing I can think of is this is literally someone trying to troll other players. I cannot think of another reason why you would do this.
But okay, if it's just mobile defense and somebody's doing this, you could just walk away from the mobile defense target and attack mobs elsewhere. And the game, I would imagine, has a thing going, oh no, there's no corrupted in this mission. Well, I better make these mobs near you corrupted.
I think so, but I also believe that...
Wait, look, those dudes just spawned in right in front of me as corrupted. 3 people. So I know this is rubbish. This is a complete lie. A bombard and 2 grenadier just spawned right in front of me on screen.
But none of them dropped reactant.
Well, yeah, I know that's the thing, but that's probably just luck. Oh, I'm already at 10 as well.
Oh, well, then I couldn't tell.
Yeah, so I don't think this is at all a real thing.
So you think this is just... I don't know. I'd just be... Hold on. Because this is a Reddit post, let's see what people have to say. Because, you know, what are the upvotes and things on it? 832... No, sorry, 812 upvotes. With that many upvotes, do you really think it's not a thing?
Reddit will happily upvote something they feel is a thing. I think this is more that one person just found it hard to find on the map where the reactant was, or was just struggling themselves, and then just said, "Oh, it's like now. Look, so I'm going through this area of the map now, and I think I can still see reactant. I'm not sure. Can I still see reactant?
No. If you've got 10, you can't see any.
Right. So it's, you know, oh look, there's a mob, and he's corrupted. It's like, okay, yeah, see, there's definitely more mobs. Die, mob, die. Name. I'll make some more spawn in.
But a large part of this to me is like, well, if someone's doing this, if someone's really massively extending the experience of the game, I would just, you know, abort the mission and go do another one. I wouldn't waste the time.
Yeah. I don't know if you lose the relic. Do you lose the relic if that happens?
No, you don't. You only lose the relic if you unlock it first. So you have to properly spend it before you quote unquote lose it. So, you know, and if you've got 10 reacting, there's no reason to leave.
Yeah.
So I just think that Okay. So there's a little bit more to the original post. For anyone confused or new to the game, nuking in a fissure can backfire because only corrupted enemies can drop reactant, and the only and when you kill everything almost no, we did actually cover this.
Could I make a nuking thing easily now? Test this. I mean, what?
I don't know what.
Yeah, what would you have to use that would do this
We
level of utter
can
devastation?
tell you what. Pause it. Okay, well that plan backfired. So, just trying to think. Like, I don't. I believe this would be a thing, but I could only believe it to be for trolling. I can't possibly, or ignorance. Someone may not be with it enough to know how much of a difference it makes. So I don't know what else to say to this. Should this be prevented? Should enemies just spawn in corrupted already?
What they already do.
No. Because like some of them get converted.
No,
some
I
of them
showed
spawn
you though
in.
that some of them spawn in, so there already is
Yes,
a
I know.
potential protective.
But should all corrupted just spawn in corrupted? No. So some should still convert.
I honestly, right, I've never seen this be an issue, and I do not know if it's an issue. If it is an issue, there are ways around it. You can go play with other people. It's more of an issue, as you were saying, on the lower level missions, as in the weakest ones.
The lith. Yeah,
the lith ones, the lowest tier. So if that's the case, pretty much, if you can't do those by yourself, I'm concerned about your ability to play the game.
No, but you wouldn't ever want to do a relic farm by yourself. It is not beneficial for you to do it by yourself.
True.
Because
you know what?
You want the opportunity.
After this one, I'll swap to liths and we'll see if that happens. Maybe that's why. Let's see. Let's try and recreate it, not by myself, but let's see if the crazy playing of random pubbies with aliens. Because to be honest, if you experience, and this, okay, fine. So yeah, you're right. You always want to play with 4 people, really. I guess just for the random chance of getting a different drop. That's how the game system's like. But if you did team up with somebody that was doing some crazy amount of damage that you couldn't get mobs to drop reactant because they were dying before they could get verted, and enough of the ones that just spawned in as corrupted weren't actually dropping. Oh, haven't I got that? Where are we? I haven't done where I am here. If they haven't done enough that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no. If you were playing with a game with somebody who is able to do this crazy AoE and to the point that you couldn't get reactant, the likelihood you're going to, if you kept doing the same mission, that you queue with them again is minimal, because there'll be other people running it. And then even if it was that you were queuing them again, just go away for 10 minutes or go to a different mission type on that node, on that time point, or wait for the clock to chime over, and it'll give you different missions to do on that type of relic.
I mean, I was kind of surprised that they wanted to do mobile defenses, because mobile defenses are often the one that I find, if it's gonna go wrong, it's gonna go wrong spectacularly. I don't think you'd have that issue on Lith, but when you I hate doing lure mobile defenses because the number of times oh god, I can't remember which sentient is the one that fires the disco ball, and then all of a sudden everything just fucking, oh look, the damn thing's nuked the mobile defense target and there's no way to prevent it. I've had that happen way too many times. So, but again, this is Lith. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Apart from maybe let's go to reply straight away. I don't know who else has experienced this.
Okay, yeah, that's good replies then.
So, first reply. They seem to have a high rate of not enough reactants like any earth fissure, followed by excavation and first 5 ways of defense.
No, to be fair, you're doing it wrong if you're doing defense. Right? I've always found doing relic farming on defense missions to have a really slow production of reactant. I've always found that, right? Since they first brought the system in.
You're saying defense is harder?
I always say defense is harder because you don't get the 10th one until just before it's due to finish.
Oh, but it says earth fissure.
Yeah.
So, oh, because they'll be low level on Earth. Yeah, sorry, no, there's a defense one for Lith, but it's on Mars. There's a sabotage on Earth, so I'll do the sabotage on Earth.
Yeah, sabotage will be fine. Typically the best ones to do, I personally find, are the non-infinitely running missions, or doing survival, not excavation, survival. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at some point in time, excavation gets frustrating when you have to try and deal with keeping the damn thing going, as opposed to I just have to sit here for 5 minutes and survive.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. But a part of me also feels like this may not be a good response to the actual topic at hand. It feels like they're just bolting on something else to the issue at hand. So yeah, I don't see this as a problem. Next reply.
Here is my one and only complaint about nuking. Warframes that require kills or have the abilities that require enemies to use on are made completely useless. What's the point of picking a frame like that when I can just throw on a weapon and never see an enemy for the entire mission?
No, that's a fundamental design mismatch. I don't know what you want to call it for Warframe in general, but I think again you're comparing early game to late game. Like sometimes the single target abilities or just the flat out the abilities of Warframes have an underlying secondary effect that I suppose it actually becomes the primary effect when you're late game, as opposed to just raw damage dealing, right? I don't see anyone use Reckoning for Oberon as a damage source. I see it for armor stripping, right? Which is, supposedly the secondary effect of Reckoning with Hallowed Ground. Yeah.
Mm.
So it may just be a case of like, you need to look at these other effects first. What are you following?
Following?
Yeah, there's like this weird splash, like weird streak in the air and everything.
Well, we've got a Wukong Prime and 2 Volt Prime.
I have no idea what the hell it is.
You know what this weird stuff in the air is, do say. Or an ephemera.
Oh god, I hope not.
Well, if it is an ephemera, it's making this much noise. That's really bad.
It's really, really bad. Anyway, if you do know what that is, please let me know, because I don't recognize that to save my life.
Doesn't seem to be coming from that vault. Wukong? No, it's Vault.
Anywho. Next reply.
It's this Wukong. It's something to do with this Wukong up here.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. The only thing that slows it down is accidentally not killing some random enemy breaking the spawn logic. Otherwise, fishers will spawn in their own enemies with reactant regardless.
Which is what Loz has said. So if you don't kill enemies and you just ignore them and run by them and things, and they're still spawned in the environment, then they're not gonna generate. Yeah, okay, I get that. But also, like that's an everyone problem, not just a one person nuking problem.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's ownership on you. But anyway, next one.
I confess, I was one of the idiots nuking because I didn't know the concept that they're regular mobs that turn corrupted. I thought killing everything faster drops the reaction faster. I had no idea why we were ending up at like 8 reactants at the end of a defense mission. Now I know. No more Ember spam for me.
See, that I can believe if it's a defense mission, because I swear the drop chance of reactant on a defense is a lot lower.
Okay, hang on then. Go. Pausing. Go.
Loz has decided to commit war crimes.
Yep, War Crimes is good. Right, where's...
Are you going to solo it? Because
it'll be
you're planning on
Mars defense.
yeah, I mean, it's fine. But like, are you going to solo it because like you don't want to screw with people?
I don't think it will, but it's very similar to the other one anyway. But yep, go for it.
I'm gonna give it an experiment.
Back to the topics at hand. So while I'm doing that one, the last one is my favorite is people running all over the map while life support is falling. We're looking for enemies, bro. You are causing the enemies to spawn all over the map. Just stay in one place for 2 minutes and we'll get the life support back up to 100 SMH. It's always the higher master rank people too. Just chill! This game isn't that hard. You can literally stand in one place and let them come to you. In fact, they show up faster and you get way more kills that way.
I can, though, again, I don't know about saying, like, it's the higher... God, whoa. It's the higher master rank people. So, I totally get it, though. Just stay in the one place. Ignore that. That's just the mark of being stupid.
Oh. Start off with some energy.
You can't use your Arcwing.
Can use my neck mark.
I just saw you try to use your Arcwing.
I was thinking neck mark.
Well.
Oh, no, there we go. There we go. We just spam.
Wow, this is riveting. Why do people do this?
Wait, can I just put down pads while I'm here? Yeah, I can. That's the one. There we go. Yep.
How do people find this interesting?
Gameplay. Wow, maybe this is possible if you do something stupid like this. Take it all back. Take it all back. Oh, right, yeah, so it looked like that person had to come into range for it to be converted. So there's definitely one reactant there. Oh.
We're learning.
We are learning. This is
We're learning.
action in... Oh, I need more pads. Oh.
We're learning in real time.
Yeah, I should have set up a button for energy pads.
You could pause and do it.
No, because I can't because I'm solo.
Ah.
So that right, which should I put that on? Caps lock, I guess. Oh god, but I don't know what. Oh, hang on, I have to. Right, it's on slot 7. So everyone, yes, this is science in action, everyone. Science in action.
I mean, no one can say we didn't like do extra work to check our findings.
Okay. Oh.
What does it say?
Sprint roll is now unbound. I don't use that button for sprint roll.
Oh, just put sprint roll back and then just put it on tilde. Unless you use tilde for something.
Right, tilde. Likes tilde. Right, that's
4.
We're doing science.
Gameplay.
We're doing science here. Doing science.
How's the timer?
What timer?
Is there a timer? There is no timer. It's just committing murder. There's a second one, Loz.
Yeah, we're at wave 3. Yeah, okay. I eat my words. This is clearly possible.
This is possible.
This is clearly possible, and you have to do utter retarded things. Like,
but people are going to. People
I know.
Like...
I know. This is so wrong.
Now we know. Now we know. Now we know.
Well, my pads. These are not energy pads. They're not giving energy. Did I put the wrong pad up? Wait, why am I not getting energy from pads? Energy, right? No. Energy pad. Oh, there we go. Fine. Right, there we go. Good. Okay,
maybe you have to move around a bit.
Yeah.
The game goes like, nah, no, we're not giving you any energy.
You've used that ability too much, Tenno. Go up to.
It probably stops. It probably stops someone from like standing still and then just having an auto spam thing. Your account has now been banned for till 2036.
If I get the map up that way, I can easily see. If you put max enemy radar on as well, and then use this map, you could see enemies further, and just keep doing this.
But why would people do this as an active gameplay experience?
Because they just want their relics as easy as possible.
I've never seen anyone do this.
So I can extract now. No, I will.
Extract. No, for the love of God, extract.
No.
The other left one.
No, I'll do that.
Why are you staying?
Because I want my relic. I want to open a relic. Oh, there's more. I'll do it properly. We'll see if it, how many we get for just doing it. Right. Without spamming silly buttons.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so what was the last one? Yeah, we said the last one, didn't we?
Yeah. So I think this is totally possible. It's dumb and silly, but it is what it is.
I take it all back. Obviously, it's going to be certain game modes. I think ones that are fixed like this, where you're going to be standing in one area, which means the mobs are going to spawn in set away from you and then not have the chance to actually reach you. And because obviously, I think they have to get to convert. They have to get into a certain range, and it's much
more than likely.
Yeah, I think to the ones that spawn in as corrupted, I think maybe you have to actually get close to them as well. Like I think that you have to be near a spawn point for that to work.
Right.
Because because you're sitting in the middle of the map, none of the mobs can spawn near you, so it can't go, aha, mobs near you. So I'm just going to use the same ability, which is actually to like a sensible amount for.
What's your current reaction amount? Huh?
I'm at 3.
You're at 3.
I'm at 3. And we're on
what
wave
wave are you on?
6.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't.
What?
Right, pot is dying. Oh no, it's fine. Oh, that's a 4th reactant. Yeah, well, I'll eat my words happily. This is utterly feasible, but it's obviously even the person who said, yeah, well, that person clearly was doing it. Then if they say yes, I was one of the people doing it. Yeah, they definitely confirmed that they were doing it, and that is a viable way of preventing people getting relics on these missions. Oh dear. I don't know if you could do that with a gun or something, because you have to shoot, and mobs can spawn in any directions.
No, you probably could with, well, I mean, maybe you could easier with things like the Kuva nuke core where the chaining was insane. So I imagine it's a lot harder to do it now, but I think it's the ability AoE spam that's doing it. I don't think you could easily do this with something like the Brahma, because you've got to aim that, whereas this is just stand there, look pretty.
You also have to... Yeah, you're not going to get nullifiers in the first 3 waves.
You definitely don't get nullifiers until after wave 5.
Yeah, so definitely that's what's causing this. Right, do we think, earlier you were actually pitching an idea, do you think we should change it so this gets corrected? Now that we know it is feasibly possible? I apologise for that, I was wrong.
Okay, personally, I'm of the opinion, no, you need to learn not to do it. Right? It's like, if I hit my hand with this hammer, it will hurt me. I'm going to do it anyway.
This will probably be an issue on defense, mobile defense, as they say in the topic, because I can understand that now, and survival if you stood still. All the other missions you have to run through near mobs, through tile after tile to get to the exit and things. So I think that would encourage the likelihood that mobs will just pop up near you, and like they get these little void rifts and they'll just spawn out as corrupted and drop reactants. See, I'm on wave 8 and I've done 9 out of 10, so definitely doable. Do you think there should be a change?
No.
No.
I would rather this be a learning experience. I would rather promote people to do things the way the game dictates, as opposed to getting the game to prevent them from doing it.
You could fix this by even that wouldn't be enough. I'd say
no, but it's. I mean, we have both been advocates for learn, don't handicap, right? Because I'm sure you've seen gameplay footage of the first part of Elden Ring, right? You walk out of the tutorial area and there is a boss right in front of you. Yeah? So what do you have to do?
Die?
No, you don't fight the fucking boss. You
Oh.
leave, right? And that's the sort of thing that I want
I think
people to
even if
learn
you kill
here.
you get a special drop, but you still have to jump off the region anyway. I've seen
No,
videos of
no, no,
people
no,
doing
no.
that.
That's not a boss. That's not a
not?
boss.
Oh.
That's just a mob. The one that's supposed to kill you.
Ah, I don't know.
Yeah, no. When you do the tutorial area,
Oh, do you mean the
you
horse?
leave the. Yes, the horse, the mounted knight guy.
Yeah,
That's a
I've
boss.
seen. I think I saw. Who was it? Markiplier just decides to fight it, and I'm like, this is clearly too
Yes.
hard for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he spent absolutely. I don't know if Markiplier actually did it in the end.
I think he did. He got quite far, but he didn't kill it.
Yeah. But it's you know. I would rather people learn not to do something than, you know, because here's the thing, you could still have this ability spam for other situations, like, you know, oh, I'm not doing a lith fisher or just a fisher of any type, I can do it then. But when I've got these fishers up, I can't do it because otherwise I'll handicap myself so badly and I won't be able to get the void traces. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. I don't think it should be stopped. I think it should just, you know, be allowed to happen. People need to learn. Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay, should we move on to...
Next prime receiver.
Should we move on to topic 2?
Yeah, but I wanna leave. Okay.
Right, let us move on to and back topics 2. Okay.
Right, so I'm just writing down questions. Right, so the community concept, we have Typhus, the parasite warframe. So this was created by Red Skittles many moons ago. I want to say like 2014 time. I could probably look at the topic and it tells me. Yep, February 9th, 2014. Right. And our notes say glass cannon / leech, weak but uses abilities to weaken enemies while buffing himself. Short biography. He is a parasite type warframe that uses organic cutting tendrils and deadly parasites to take the target's strength for himself to bolster his own inherent weak armor and shields. Typhus is a leech, a parasite that knows only how to take from those around him to support himself rather than his allies. Typhus is inspired by... What the...
Parasitism.
Say that again?
Parasitism.
Parasitism.
Yeah.
What the hell is parasitism?
Yeah, parasit is in parasite, and then add tism on the end. Parasitism.
Is that actually a word?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'm gonna check myself, just so I don't put my foot in. Yeah. Parasitism is generally defined as a relationship between two living species in which one organism is benefited at the expense of the other. You know what a parasite is? The act of being a parasite is parasitism.
Okay. I thought it was being parasitic, but okay, fine. The result of incorporating more biological features into the warframe's operation. Typhus doesn't only feed off the void energy in order to manifest its abilities, it also consumes some of its own matter to do so. To supplement and replenish the lost biological matter, Typhus needs to regularly consume enemies. Typhus is, however, very far removed from the infested. where the infested seek to consume, assimilate, and mutate all biological matter as a means of reproduction, typhus leeches the biological matter off enemies only to support the operation. Sorry, the operator.
Sorry,
And then we
I
have
just started Google. Normally, Google's very good for giving you this versus this. If I put in parasitic versus parasitism, it just doesn't give me anything.
Yeah. No idea. Right, so power list. So the powers list, rather.
I think actually, so just to say the sentence. Sorry, I know they're going to think, but yeah, as you say, the thing says here, typhus is inspired by parasitism. You couldn't say typhus is inspired by parasitic. It doesn't make sense, but you could say like typhus is inspired by parasitic wasps. I think parasitic is a feature of something, but parasitism is the overall concept.
I suppose, but I've just never heard of that at all. Like, I've only ever heard of X is a parasite.
Yes, is a parasite, but what is the act of being a parasite? You could say X, Y, Z are examples of parasites, but you couldn't say X, Y, and Z are all creatures that display parasite. That doesn't make sense. You need that all display acts of parasitism.
No, but I would say like they have parasitic attributes.
You could but again, so parasitic. But again, so the sentence typhus inspired by parasitic doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because parasitic, you said parasitic attributes.
Attributes.
You need that second word. You don't have. You need a one-word thing that describes parasites.
Yeah, I've just,
honestly, I've never. It doesn't work in a sentence.
I've never heard of it. That's all I'm saying. I've just never heard the word before. Anyway, should we continue with the abilities?
Yeah, sorry, go for the abilities.
Right. The consume stack keeps track of how many enemies you have devoured. These points are used for some of his powers. The more you consume, the stronger some of your abilities will become. His first ability, consuming fly. Typhus shoots a string-like projectile from his hand that embeds itself into a target and start to pump in vile fluids along with a parasitic larvae into the body. This rapidly growing larvae will eat away at the target before bursting out of its host and flying back to Typhus, who will then absorb it, replenishing some of his health. It does viral-based damage over time. When the target is killed, it will replenish health equals the damage dealt. Can be ended early at a reduced healing rate. This attack generates consume stacks. Boiling blood, his armor becomes...
So instead of going through all the abilities in one go, what do you think about that ability?
Okay. I'm interested to understand how these consume stacks work. I dislike the fact that it's a heal, but it's delayed, right? So you do this damage, like you have like a damage over time. So the damage over time lasts 10-15 seconds, right? And then after that, you'll then get an orb fly back to you effectively, like Oberon's orb, healing orbs. It'll fly back to you and it'll heal you, right?
Yeah.
I dislike that delay between it healing you. So, you casting the ability, it killing something at X period of time, and then it flying back to you. Here's a question: what happens if it doesn't kill the target? Right? Does it still heal you?
That's a good question.
Right? Like typically when you're healing, it's very Twitch based healing, right? Think of other games like World of Warcraft when you're a healer for an entire crowd of people, right? You know, you don't want to go, oh, I'm going to cast this now, but it'll actually take effect in a minute's time. You want it to be now.
I
Yeah?
think they did add abilities like that in one expansion.
Did they?
Or they did it for one of the bosses, or was that cooldown between abilities? Oh, moving on.
So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. I kind of like the idea if you could shoot this sort of like a tendril-like projectile. I mean, it says a stinger-like projectile, so you know you're firing a stinger at something from your hand. But I'd like it if you could basically shoot something, kind of like Nidus's tether. I think Nidus, his ability is called tether. Basically, you shoot a target and then you start draining its health and healing yourself, but you lock yourself and the enemy target in place. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're overthinking this for a 1. I think it should just be a. I think it should be a get over here, or modded into a get over here, and just a thing you shoot out incapacitates one target. Like we've got Strangle Dome here, you know, with barbs. So it just barbs one target down. So you could, you know, so what we'd use for that? Well, you could use it on like heavy gunners, let's say, you know, the or Xmas, they're immune to CC, but you know, you could put one mob into CC, and then while I like that and the sting's in them, they'll just keep giving you health. Bit of damage, bit of CC, basic ability.
So we're talking like Garuda's ability.
What's Garuda's ability? I forget.
So Garuda's ability is she fires a barb at someone, they get plugged into the ground, and if you're in a small area around it, you'll be healed for it.
Yeah. The thing is with this is what I was going to say at the start. We I don't know, I haven't seen Red in ages, but you know, we used to
I haven't, yeah.
Good friends with Red, and he kept promoting this idea. It was quite interesting that it was at the time before Chroma, and there was Dragon Frames. I think let's go back to 7. There we go. I think this was his early design, and then this is his newer one when he made it.
Yeah, it was before Nidus, because everyone turned to him and said, "Oh, they're bringing Typhus into the game." It's just like,
yeah, and he wasn't very disappointed. It wasn't. That's not Typhus.
Yeah,
Nidus.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just it was more infested. It doesn't have this sort of parasitic thing about it. It uses, okay, it's infested, and yeah, you've got the parasite thing, but it's not what he meant by it.
I mean, to be honest, this is more insect based than infested. So
yeah, it's more, as it said, it's his thing is parasitism, not absorption, which is what infested do, and everything the infested thing's about. I mean, yeah, there's the parasite in the neck thing, but that doesn't count.
The cyst, yeah.
The cyst
so
thing.
Should we go to the second ability? Anything else you want to discuss first?
I just need to upgrade a relic. Information. No, yeah, so okay, so yeah, basically his first ability is very similar to what Gara's does. Or what I think it should be anyway.
Do you mean Garuda?
Garuda.
Yeah. But that's oh shit. That's like Garuda's 2 or 3. I can't ever remember what the damn order is.
Yeah.
All I know is I have to press 2 and 3 and then that's it.
Yeah, so obviously I don't know, obviously Red's not around anymore to refine this, but I feel there are other Warframes that do very similar things to this existing one, so it would have to be altered in some way. Moving on, number 2.
Okay, so Boiling Blood. His armor becomes unstable. Pressure rises. His blood boils over. And at the peak he erupts in a display of gore and showers the enemies around him with his own lethal and tainted blood, which burns through his opponent's armor and flesh like acid. When enemies are hit by Boiling Blood, they will receive an AoE dot as well as a debuff that reduces armor. It will stack with the cost of some of your health. So you are spending health to
Deal damage and
deal
do an armor
damage.
dot.
Well, no,
When
it's
enemies are hit by boiling blood, they receive an AoE dot
it's
as
a
well as a
dot.
debuff that reduces armor. It will stack with the cost of some of your health.
I don't know if that is meant. Surely that's a permanent reduction in armor. That won't be a temporary thing.
For the
Yeah. So like you're doing a dot and you're permanently reducing the armor at the cost of health.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn higher cost.
Well, it's
if
like
you can't easily
this
replenish.
is why Nidus, people say that this is it's very similar to what he was trying to get at here, because your health is part of your weaponry. Like with Hilda and the shields are the weapons. In this, it's
Yeah. But no, I get the fact that the helmet is supposed to be the ammunition here. I get that. But the problem for me is only the fact that it can join with this first ability. You want to be able to reliably get your health back.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the only problem with this. Aside from that, it seems fine. I hope that the description of his armor becomes unstable is like pretty much you press this half a second later or 2 seconds later, it erupts. Like I wouldn't want it to take really any longer than that. Yeah. I know I'm getting really sensitive on the whole time-based element to this, but I feel it's really super important. Third ability, yeah. Okay. Cannibalize armor. Typhus launches out tendrils from his body, ripping off their flesh / armor and pulling it into Typhus, where I assume that's supposed to be it is absorbed by him and mimics their defensive system with similar effects. This can be used to buff or restore Typhus's own stats. If he targets Grineer, he improves his armor. If he targets Corpus, he improves and restores his shields. If he targets Infested, he improves and restores his health. A successful hit by Cannibalize armor will rise Typhus's consume stacks to C4th ability. Okay, so it seems that the consume stacks or stack is entirely impacting of the 4th ability. I like this a lot. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that if it's just Grineer, it's armor. If it's just Corpus, all Corpus do the same thing, all Grineer do the same thing, all Infested do the same thing.
Yeah, so it means that the play style of this Warframe will work great in Void missions against Corrupted because you'll have access to everything. But then some missions, if whatever it finds easiest, if you need, I don't know which would be easy, but if it finds the shields, spamming shields is better than spamming health, then it'd be like, right, this is really great against Corpus, but it sucks against Infested.
Mm-hmm. So personally, what I would do is I would allow you to rotate this ability of what you're impacting. Right?
Yeah.
So like Ivara's quiver, I would rotate which one I want to drain, sort of thing. And it may be a case of Grineer give you 2 stacks of armor and 1 stack of health, 1 stack of shields, or no stack of shields. Or it could be a case of it depends on the difficulty of the enemy. So gunners will give you a lot, whereas lancers will give you sweet fuck all. Right? I would personally prefer that, being able to rotate which element I want to focus on, because I would rather build up Typhus than just, oh yeah, like I never want to use Typhus against the Corpus.
Yeah.
Because
he's just too squishy expending his health. Which one was health? Is it Infested?
Infested was the health one.
Yeah, so he's like, he's the greatest against the Infested, but he sucks when he's playing against, what was the Grineer one?
Armor.
Oh yeah. Playing with Grenade is terrible because I just can't get my health back, which I keep expending with boiling blood. But if I play against infested, it's much more manageable, and I find it so much easier.
Yeah. And yeah, I like the idea that it also improves. So this ability is such a support ability to the Warframe, and at the same time gives you opportunities like to get your health back and things. Like I would personally redo the number 1 and keep this as the heal. Yeah, with the ability to swap what you're going for. Okay, should we go to the 4th ability, or do you have anything else you want to add to this?
Go for it.
Cool, right. The 4th ability, parasitism. Okay. His power can only be activated when Typhus has enough consume stacks. This is, in essence, the power cost, as this is the boost he needs to comment to wait. As this is the boost he needs to comment to the biological. I think that's supposed to be commit to the biological transformation, as well as its raw energy. The more the consume stacks you use, the more damage or duration you have. Typhus gains physical traits of the last consumed enemy as a defense mechanism, using them to nullify the threat with devastating results. I'm going to read that last sentence again. Typhus gains physical traits of the last consumed enemy as a defense mechanism, using them to nullify the threat of with devastating results. Okay, I'm kind of confused by that statement. Basically, he gets superpowers based on the last thing he ate.
Last consumed as a defense mechanism, using them to nullify the threat with devastating results.
Yeah, I assume that I don't think you've got any of the images, but I remember one was a bombard, and it completely replaced his shoulder pads with like shoulder pads which could open up and shoot rockets out of them.
I know exactly which shoulder pads they were.
Yes,
because they were from the Gaiva. Yeah.
Oh, in fact, it's the first one there.
So
what are the devastating results you can get?
So Grineer unit results in a biomissile barrage. It works as a cone, so it hits multiple targets, dealing corrosive damage. Oh, corrosive damage. Corpus units result in a mobile virus nano shield, similar to the disruptors. It will nullify any status effect within the bubble. Any enemy that passes through the dome will be hit with a radiation proc. Oof. Infested units result in a melee mode where you dual wield 2 devouring whips for close to mid-range combat. Any damage dealt to enemies in this mode will heal Typhus, similar to lifesteal. How does lifesteal work?
Oh, lifesteal. The used to be back then. While you were channeling, it was a melee mod. Life strike plus 20% lifesteal on heavy attack is what it is now.
Okay, fine. Corrupted will result in 2 offensive bio drones, one dealing in toxic damage and the other dealing puncture and slash damage. I get where he's going with this, but it feels overly complicated for me. I would much rather have it that you press your 4 and then you get souped up versions of the previous abilities. Yeah. So like your stinger could turn into this biomissile, right? That's an easy direct comparison. The boiling blood may be a bigger AoE sort of thing and doesn't require health while this is active. The cannibalize armor, just might be more brutal and things like that. Like I get what you're trying to what Red's trying to do with this, but being able to balance this would be really fucking difficult. Like if I had the choice between, oh no, I'm gonna have the Grineer missile barrage versus nullifier bubble. I'm gonna go for the missile barrage.
Yeah, I see what you mean. They never normally make variable on the ultimate.
Yeah.
Sorry, variability on the ultimate.
Or alternatively, you could build for it, right? So it's like, oh yeah, this Nidus, because originally Chroma's thing was based on his color, right? I don't know, maybe you could do something similar. I know that changed ultimately. You do something similar to have it so that...
Well, no, you make a point. Well, the better example is Octavia, where you have to put the effort in. You can put effort in outside of the missions to improve your song or set up what songs you want to use, which does have gameplay affecting changes. You could have it that the way this mob works is it captures an enemy and it has something outside in the Lisette somewhere. Like, what are you parasitizing? What is your parasitic target today? And you put an enemy in a tube basically, and then so that you take you blend it and you take one thing into the next mission or into your next few missions until you have something
blend
different.
the next thing.
Yeah. Lasting, let's say, it can even last a certain amount of time. Maybe we've done V Rising. Maybe you can capture different mobs with it, and then you get RNG. The amount the buff lasts, so the strength of the buff varies.
I like the idea of capturing a target to do this. The only issue is, how would you capture the target?
The fourth ability. If you don't have a capture target consumed for that day, when you load into the mission, your fourth is a
snare sort of thing.
Yeah, well, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that Typhus like consumes the enemy, I think.
No. Consumes the consume stacks. The consume stacks you've been building with your third abilities.
Yeah, no, but the Cannibalize armor. Typhus launches out tendrils from his body, ripping off their flesh and armor and pulling to Typhus, where it is absorbed by him.
Yeah.
He absorbs them.
Yeah, no, I like the idea that, or let's make it better, right? Let's make it better. The 4 has 2 effects. The ultimate has 2 effects. If you press and hold, you know.
You are blah blah, right? Blah 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 blah.
Am I?
Yep, you went really loud, and then you've been a bit garbled.
Oh, sorry, that might be. Okay, sorry, apologies. Right, so what you could do is you could press and hold to consume an enemy, right? But if you just tap it, it uses the ability. If you don't have an ability equipped, right? If you haven't consumed an enemy outside of the mission, it's like, and let's make it easier for players. Let's say you can consume up to 3 enemies in a mission, right? It holds on to the last 3 you consumed.
Or at the end of a mission, you've got 3 tubes in the helmet room to use, and it says which do you want to replace, and it on the end screen it lets people with Typhus go, oh yes, I wish that thing.
Yeah. I'm down for that. Yeah. So that's how I would change that. I like what he was trying to do, but it becomes really complicated, and you have to be super attentive of like, oh damn it, that was a what's called a corrupted bombard. Fuck, I was supposed to like capture that. I missed it. I wasn't paying enough attention. Oh well, I just have to look for the Nats. The ones are gone as well. And oh god, It's never ending. Oh god, that one's gone as well. Do you know what I mean? And especially when you have to compete with your teammates as well, who may just go, "Yeah, I'm just gonna blow everything up. I'm just gonna ember." What's her new fourth ability called? I'm just gonna world on fire. I'm just gonna ember world on fire everything. Fuck you, Typhus.
Yeah, that's only really for low level enemies, and you could always go do it solo to get the enemies you want.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless you
Yeah.
gave like V Rising values to mobs, and would be interested. It's like, oh my god, you killed 100.
I don't think you should do that. Like, again, I appreciate the concept, but I wouldn't want to put RNG on the mob.
Okay, but then the other thing you might want to put is things we've gone to all this effort of putting like 3 tubes and mob storage and mob absorption in the helmet thrum. You could cultivate your targets before you absorb them. So in the tube, you can use resources to increase their buffs or whatever.
Yeah. No, that I'm fine with. Right, consuming resources to improve them, so you don't get to use them straight away. I'm fine with, but I just don't like the idea of an RNG system in Warframe only because of how fast everything's going.
Okay, instead of yeah, I get you. But instead of RNG, then how about randomly? Just randomly, these could spawn, like with Samaris targets. It randomly you can go. You detect a high value enemy on this map, and then
but only you detect it as Typhus.
Well, no, it could give the market to other people so they know that it's a Typhus important target.
Yeah. No, I'll give you that, and it's a choice to whether or not you go do it. I also like the idea that you could, spend something, not necessarily platinum, but you could invest effectively in the helmet room to get more capacity for the tubes. Yeah. So maybe you could total out at 9 or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're wasting the resources to get it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's up to you.
I mean, it's a lot of work for one Warframe, but why not try doing different things? You know, people might say like it's a lot of busy work to use this Warframe, but yeah, that's the point of this Warframe. It's more involved than just pick up and play.
Yep. Right. Should we go to Zero Applies? Do you want to take the concept art away?
No? Why would I take the concept art? You can have
no,
the
it's
other
fine.
one.
It's fine.
You can go back to having...
Yeah, let's bring the other one back.
That one? No, wait. Not changing?
There it is.
Oh,
just there you
go. Have the original concept back. That's the clear one. Right. So, first reply is, boiling blood is cool, but it should utilize health. Then they suggest consume. Typhus should whip his hands out as barbed tendrils grab around the enemy, bring them up close and absorbs, the enemy, or something similar. Very gory, though. I love cannibalize armor, though. Cool effects on faction specification.
You see, that's I get where they're going with this, but the problem is I think that's just going to cause issues down the line. Looking at other Warframes who are swapping out their abilities given the different situations, this will ultimately end up with we would have this swap out. You could just swap between them.
Yeah. Within a mission, you mean?
Yeah.
You think
so it's just like
but you don't want people swapping within a mission.
No, I do want people for the cannibalize armor one, which is like, oh, if I consume infested, I regain health, or if I consume Grineer, I regain armor. I want you to be able to say, no, I'm consuming this to replenish my health. I'm consuming this to replenish my armor.
I'm consuming flesh. I'm consuming blood. I'm consuming nervous system. I'm consuming bones.
Sure. Next reply.
Boiling blood would be really cool if instead it was an AoE attack that made your enemy's blood boil, but that's just me.
What does it currently do? It's just it's a dot with the armor debuff. I think the armor debuff is kind of important. The utility behind that.
Yeah.
Next reply: Rogue Legacy had a similar mechanic with the Lich character type, in which you can gain max HP by killing, but you would start off with lower base health and have potential to gain a much higher maximum. It could work. The best possible buff would be in void missions, which scale nicely with it being. The best possible buff would be in void missions, which scales nicely with it being void missions. I think this is also from back in the ages of ease.
Yes. Yeah, it will be. So, but no one lives in the void anymore. The void has become desolate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that has. Oh, no, I agree with you, but this unfortunately has aged poorly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Through no fault of its own.
Actually, I noticed something in your topic suggestion about combat wear and tear. I think it would be awesome on more than just this frame. It would be difficult to implement on all frames, but I think it would lend realism to the fights if we see bits and pieces come off of our enemies and frames before they die. Also, I really like the frame. It has a very bioweapon feel to it, and I was gonna say how Saren already filled that role till I gave the abilities a look, and I honestly can't see a reason not to implement this frame.
I mean, there were a few things that I wanted to change. Regardless to that, I get what they're saying about the whole wear and tear through combat, but how would you repair that? Like, oh yeah, my Oberon horn chipped off. How would I repair it? Would I then have to spend resources to repair the aesthetic of my Warframe?
Yeah.
No one. I don't think anyone would be on board for that.
You could put in a permanent thing that it's just for options. Some people might like that as a concept, but you could put in a thing which. Oh man, I haven't seen this tile in ages. Fortifies the frame and means that it doesn't suffer degradation.
Sure, but like, yeah, I think you'd have to be careful about it right now. Like doing it now, this late in the game.
Oh man, look,
is
like I should really be able to get up there, but it won't let me because this tile. Yeah.
Okay.
Because this tile was made in Parkour 1.0.
Yes, it was.
This was the tile. In fact, where is it? Where's the box? There's your box, Xeno. The one you sat in while we all killed infested and then you crashed.
Oh god, yeah. But the other side of it is, I don't like the statement of it feels very much like a bioweapon. And I'm going to say how Saren already fills this role. I'm like, no, no, you should never have that mentality. You should never say, oh well, no, we already have a tank Warframe. It's called Rhino. You know,
no, that's not how Warframe works. Saying that we have X frame.
Man, we don't have roles.
I know I'm just geeking out a bit from seeing this tile, but this tile just like feels so organic.
What tile are you talking about?
Oh, what? Because you can't see it.
I can't see it. I don't know what tile you're talking
about. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. This tile.
Holy shit! It's this tile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this tile. I
completely agree with you.
I love that you can go to different parts of this. It feels like a proper game map. As a tile, defense, different areas. Look, I'm underneath here. There's just an organicness that you do not. I don't know who designed this tile, but I bet they either don't work at DE anymore.
Your rescue thing's dying.
No, it isn't. It's fine. Either they don't work at DE anymore, or they're just too jaded and don't produce such beautiful maps like this. I don't know if this map is a capture tile, but it should be. It feels like it's like this is a landing pad, the middle, and there's cargo bays.
Yeah.
There's cargo being loaded. There's like a fortress thing up there or something. There's a radio tower that's spinning. You're fighting in different areas. You're fighting at the top. You're fighting in this bit over here. Look, it's like there's a little elevator.
But this was supposed to be a very self-contained story within an environment.
Yeah.
Right. We have seen stuff like this before with Plains of Eidolon. Right, when we crazily went through the entirety of the plains and picked apart the world narrative, so to speak. But I think I get what you're saying. I think the reason why this one feels special is because it is a one and done tile. So it had to tell more than just one story within the tile.
You say that, but at the same time, I don't think they've done a defense tile since that has the character of this tile. No symmetry, no clear structure. It's not got a middle or a side.
What other defense tiles have they done?
I mean, think of the old Jupiter one where it was like on a little mountain of steps. Think about the Earth and Mars. They're just big circular. They're pretty much the same tile, just circular stuff with the thing in the middle in like a weird thing that you.
No, but that was before this.
No. Earth and
the cave
Mars.
One.
Earth and Mars is defense targets. Earth and Mars.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like the asteroid one.
No, not the Grineer asteroid one. No, yeah, that one. Even that one has more than the bloody Earth and Mars ones.
How's the Earth one?
Earth it's the same as.
Oh yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
I can't really think
you
of
going through them.
tiles.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So.
It's.
But I want a Corpus Galley. I want a mess hall.
And then the when this tile came out, there was also
Canteen.
the frozen dam level.
Yeah.
Another
the frozen
level.
dam level doesn't have nearly as much complexity as this one.
No, but its scale tells a better story.
Yes. Yeah. We still got more replies. One more reply. Two more replies.
Oh man, with the way boss drops are now, I could see Typhus being a Tenno research frame, or the drop on Eris if they ever plan on giving that system back to the infested. Or, and I know I'm going to take a bit of flack for this, maybe put a boss on Eris that drops a resource that you need as a component for the research, like a sample of some kind. You said.
What? Maybe put a boss on Eris that drops a resource that you need as a component for the research. Oh, okay. I'd be fine with that. Give why don't we do that? Why don't we have this is Tenno research. We need Sargus Rux left pinky in order to actually build this robot.
Oh, well, they kind of do that with Chroma, where it's like you need to go kill other bosses to get other frame bits to make Chroma.
True, but they don't put the resources to research the Warframe on other bosses. We've just added this resource to the drop table. That resource will always drop on the boss. Just as an additional thing. It's
the other thing is the way that Warframe works is you can only have 4 resources to create something. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to have thick.
This would be for the research, though.
Okay, yeah, the research, but research is one and done such, so you could make it more complex, I guess. But right,
they don't wanna.
Last reply is Nidus is meh compared to this.
I disagree. I think Nidus is awesome. I know this. I know Nidus got a lot of flack for not being Typhus, but I really like Nidus. I really like how Nidus plays. I used to know how to play Nidus really, really well, but because I haven't played him in a while, I forgot how to play him. But I had so much fun when I was playing him. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good here, but at the same time, there's a lot of this would not fly in today's Warframe.
Well, it wasn't designed around today's Warframe.
That's true. But, it's... I don't know what to say. I mean... I don't think it's fair to compare the two.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think it's fair to compare. It's like saying, oh well, Hydroid and Ureli are both water frames. Ureli is meh compared to Hydroid, or Hydroid is meh compared to Ureli. So it's like, well, they do different things.
Yeah. So okay, cool. I think, are we done with this topic?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it was a great topic. A shame we couldn't. Oh no, we're gonna do. Sorry, that was the past topic. Yeah. So I like this. I like this Warframe. I like the concept of it. I like the idea we came up with, where we can capture targets and then deconstruct them and things. I think the first ability needs like a general downsize, where like maybe it's just a case of this is just a raw damage deal with acquiring consumable stacks or whatever. Like, I don't like the whole addition to the damage over time and the heal over time. Sorry, the heal if after the dart, and it just makes it a bit too complicated for my liking. Not for a one ability. Right. So, do you have any final points, or should we move on with the show?
No, it's a cool concept. I think it's a bit dated, obviously, because we've had so many other frames since this came out, and Red used to keep updating it. It's a shame. I think after Nidus, it just took his soul for this project, because he was really... Oh, dear.
I thought to myself, I don't need to point it out to him.
You do. I'm just busy bouncing around the map like an idiot.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's so boring, 10 waves of this. Well, it's not a challenge, but it is clearly because I'm not trying. Clearly, I should try it.
Not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, better. Right, so what was I going to say? Yeah, he would have kept updating because he was pretty good on that kind of stuff. It's just a shame. Some of these abilities don't really hold up now, but the concept I like, and yeah, shame. I mean, maybe this was part of the inspiration on some level for Nidus, and that's why they were like, okay, well, we've got Nidus now, we don't need anything of this, so maybe, but that's kind of sad. Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
Yep. Right. Okay, so we're done for topics. It's now time for the graphs.
There we go.
Cool. Right. So our first graph. How do you feel about the set difficulty of the new war? 16% said negative, 28% said neutral, and 52% said positive. Kind of surprised by the number of neutral on this. I genuinely thought it had been more positive or more negative, and like neutral would have been the smallest factor. Yeah. But it seems a lot of people are not one-sided. Personally, I'm positive. I liked the set difficulty in the new war. Yeah. Should we move on to the next one, unless you want to tell you? Okay. Do you want to see difficult content that only the operators/drifters can manage scattered up the star chart? 17% said no, 83% said yes. Yeah? Cool. The next one is how do you feel about the Void Angels as they are? 8% said negative, 36% said positive, and 56% said neutral. I kind of actually see that as a bit of a win, because it's people are kind of unfazed about them, which is kind of what we want in terms of having this sort of content elsewhere in the star chart. Do you understand what I mean?
Say again?
We don't want players to be super excited about. So say we add in the Bobbolist. No, you got the Vombolist, right? We got the Bombolist, right? And the Bombolist is somewhere in an a map that has locked the doors, and your operator has to kill the Bombolist in some void existence before the doors will unlock. Right? So much like how the Void Angels work. Yeah? Has to be operator/drifter only.
Okay.
Right? The fact that players are like, well, we can take it or leave it, I think is actually good for that design of content. You don't want people actively rushing for it, and at the same time, you don't want players actively repulsed by it.
Fair.
Yeah. So next one is, how do you feel about the Vault of Orpheus? 4% said negative, 44% said neutral, and 52% said positive. Okay, fair enough. And then, how do you feel about bosses you can't kill? 12% positive, 28% said negative, and 60% said neutral.
I know you're trying to be very funny there, but you went
No,
12% said no. It lagged. You went 12% went limited.
Oh no, I said
12% positive. Yeah, but you're very happy about pointing that out. It's like, yeah, so most people don't care.
Actually, I thought
Oh.
I was kind of more like shocked because I thought the lowest one was going to be negative, not positive. So I was like, it's not neutral. It's not negative. Oh my god, it's positive. Right, okay. So, and then the last one, the joke one, is how would you improve the Vault of Orpheus? 16% said every time you complete a spy vault, disco balls and strobe lights descend from the ceiling and speakers start playing disco. 24% said the obstacle course needs a stair. What? Stair lift. Sorry, no, it's really small for my screen. Stair lift for all the old timer Tenno and have been playing for far too long and need to go outside and touch grass. 28% said the living player boss needs to be converted into a Mario Sunshine style encounter where you have to clean the environment. And 32% said the Vault Keeper, the bullet hell boss needs to continuously shout dodge like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z Abridged whenever it fires. There you go.
There we go.
There we go. Now we know. Now we know. Right, so that is it for the graphs. It is time to move on to the supporter questions.
Right. So, Zrugel.
You're putting them on screen?
Why not?
Fair.
Zrugel puts all these cool fonts, and so I want to put them on
that's
screen.
fine.
It'd be a lot of effort to put them into, like, cut each one separately and have them up and put them signed to numbers. But especially if I got, like, loads of assets like I've had this time. But, yeah, why not? Why not put something on the screen? That way I don't have to do anything rather than the screen being empty.
Alright, so before we start the supporter questions, I'm going to ask everyone to make sure you're subscribed. This feels like a snake. I'm going to do this going, before we start the supporter questions, I'm going to ask everyone to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Like the video and share if you can. It really helps.
Zrugel, can you please use that font again? I want to see if Loz does the same voice next week.
This font is labelled Canada Curly. Have you made any progress on that war report jingle that Loz has been asking about? I swear Zrugel wrote this. I'm not just asking for myself. This was absolutely his question. No need to check for yourself.
Oh, I put it on the screen so I can see. He's eager to see it. So
You ruined it, Loz. You ruined it.
Damn it. My clever ideas ruined Zrugel's clever plan. I'm sorry, Zrugel. I failed you.
I honestly, I'm waiting to take the reins back over so I can start improving. We've made so many improvements to Campai Cast. It's about time to start bringing them over to 10 o'clock.
Minion of Xeno. In what many are calling a step in the right direction. The new management at DE have done a small quality of life update in the past week. This includes making the farm for Ash and Oberon less evil. A great change to make the pickup of void quills or plumes or pinions, whatever they're called, count for every player in the squad. And my tiny nipples went to France. I'm sorry. Do you think that really is the beginning of DE moving into a phase of updates that actually listen to feedback, or just something that needed fixing?
These are great quality of life improvements. I think maybe some of this would have come from the feedback, or whether or not it was gripes had from the development team themselves, who actually, they're actively playing the game. It's like, oh dear God, finding this stuff is a pain in the butt. My concern is if it's allowed to go too far. So, for example, it's all well and good that Void Plumes and Syndicate medallions, the original 6 syndicates, they are affected by this global pickup thing that was first inspired by void traces in Railjack. Sorry, I struggle to remember what the hell it was then. So, but then it's a case of how far do you go? Do you change it so that if someone captures a Samaris target, everyone in the map suddenly gets it? Do we do this for reactant? Do we do this for ammo? Do we do this for mods? Like it's
Now,
really
people might say, "Oh, it'll never go that far," but that's the problem with the slippery slope. Is you just think, "Oh, it can't happen because it's 10 steps down the slope." But as it's a slope, it'll slowly get there eventually because it goes incrementally one bit at a time. It's like, "Oh yeah, but we wouldn't do ammo, but we'll do this, and then we've done that, so we'll do this, and then 10 steps down the line, you do end up, well, we've done all these other things, so we might as well do ammo, even though originally you said it would never happen." So is that true? So if you're doing Railjack missions, the reactant is global pickup, is it?
Yes, the reason for this
because some people will be on the ship or doing stuff while other people... No,
it wasn't the ship. It was the secondary targets.
Yeah.
Right? Or it would be the optional
Oh,
stuff.
right, because so some people would be getting off the ship and doing stuff and getting reactant, and then when everyone went to the final mission bit, it meant that some people might be like only 2 reactant off finishing their thing, where some people who've been working on the Railjack the whole time would still be on 0.
Exactly. So they made it global across the whole thing.
That's good. Yeah. I do see that there is 3 message replies to this comment from... In what many are calling a steep... ask for my deep lore. It says, nay, sir, nay. But, okay. I don't know. There's a thing in between, which it doesn't seem to have a name to it. We've recently seen the sponsored video from the people at Death Battle that showcased Excalibur against Raiden, and this even teased the release of Titanax before TennoCon. But it's time to cross over your shows, because it's time to ask, can he beat Goku?
Wait, what was the result of the death battle between Excalibur and Raiden?
I think Excalibur won.
What?
He's a void-infused demon. Also, they paid for it, so of course he was going to win.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing. Who paid the money for it?
Also, I think Raiden's been in other ones still, so it's like it's no big loss to Raiden.
I mean, how long has... When did it come out? Has it only just recently come out?
No, it came out before TennoCon.
Okay.
So it just feels... What? It's just... I mean, we're waiting for it before TennoCon. Has it only just come out?
No, well, I mean, like, to be honest, I wish God got fed up of waiting because they kept on releasing teaser videos. I'm like, but can he beat Goku?
No one can beat Goku.
Saitama can beat Goku. Fuck off.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Been schooled, right? Do you know that they actually put like Superman and Goku in Fortnite, and they can actually like interact with each other? It's stupid.
Fortnite's stupid, man.
Yeah, Fortnite is stupid. Right, should we move on to the next one?
No, actually, I take that back.
Yes, it is.
It means that...
Yes, it is.
No, it means that people who don't normally get to experience the different things might go, hey, I like that character. Because I know, like, Thanos was in. I think it was the start of the silliness. But they could go like, oh, yeah, I like this Goku guy. I wonder what it is. And they'll Google it and they'll be like, Dragon Ball, it's a whole show. I can watch more stuff of this character. Maybe it'll be some people's first introduction to anime. I think that's fine, you know. And so, same thing for Superman. Maybe they don't, you know, these days, because stupidity of the superhero stuff, they might know, oh yeah, and Superman's actually really cool because you do these things in the game. So who knows? I take that back. It's a good thing. Warframe being in Battlegrounds, though.
Anyway.
Ask for my deep lore. With Soulframe announcing its first stream showcasing their progress, do you think we'll see the return of fortnightly dev streams? If not for one game, then maybe between the two combined.
I do not think we'll see another Soulframe dev stream for at least a year, probably 2. Probably 2.
I think you're wrong. It'll be 6 months because they'll want to maintain the hype.
What, Christmas time?
Yeah, they'll do like Christmas every like 6 months because they'll be like, oh yeah, we're making progress, and we'll show off some concept art, and then they can show like an enemy and like an animation thing they've done for an enemy. Nothing substantial, but just like, oh yeah, cool stuff. We're still making the game because they'll also want it for the shareholders to be seeing the public reaction to it.
I bet there's gonna be nothing for Christmas about Soulframe.
What does that? Are we talking about a Soulframe dedicated stream, or that they'll be even mentioning?
No, I'm gonna give you anything that's not a teaser.
Right. So if they just show like some concept art on a stream, not just released on Twitter, but like on a stream, that's fine. Yeah.
Concept art, not rendered out stills. Right, not like the swords that we had on before.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Proper drawn stuff, right? I'll give you that. Not rendered, completed stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
why not? What happens if they make here's a boss and it's like, or this here's a rendered out area?
I mean, if it's a rendered out area, sure. If it's a boss model, no. If it's an animated boss model, yes. Come off it.
I mean, I gave you like
a T-posing boss model.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. If it was like, here's a box, then yeah, I'm with you. If it's like, here's another weapon, here's a shield, I'm like, oh, come on. Whatever, here's a scarf.
No,
if it's like a character model. But like, I don't know, for me, I'm imagining like big bosses, big bosses.
I will give you, if it's a still image of the boss, not in a T-pose, right? I'll give you that. But if it's a T-posing character, right?
Or nothing humanoid. But when I'm thinking boss, by the way, I'm thinking bigger than a humanoid. So that's more detail and effort. And I'm not thinking like humanoid level boss thing. Like this is like the bear boss, and it's like a T-posing like boss bear with a hat on. It's like no, that doesn't count. Yeah, we'll see. So this year.
Yeah. Before the last stream of Christmas.
Now I'm looking at it, I'm realizing we are mid-August.
I know, right? Lost like, fuck.
Can I have to the end of January? No, they don't do anything in January. What am I talking about?
Yeah, you can have to the end of January.
Like, and even then, it's 50-50 if they do anything in February. So, like, so January, Xeno's like, yeah, fine, you can have January. Have all the Januaries you want. Steve will be on holiday for that month, and maybe the next one if he can be bothered. Waving himself with money.
Oh. Should we go to the next question?
Ask for My Deep Gnaw says, with Soulframe announcing its first stream showcasing their progress, do you think we'll see the return of Fortnite? Oh no, we've said that, haven't we? Oh yeah, but I think eventually they will get to the when the game's near release or betaing and alphaing and things. They might alternate. Do you think they'd alternate? I think if anything, they'd alternate.
I hope they would. I hope they would.
But yeah, but there wouldn't be fortnightly dev streams. I think it would be like one a month, alternating between the two. Sorry.
Wait.
Sorry, no, yeah. You would have a stream fortnightly, but it would alternate between the two. But you wouldn't have.
Yes.
Oh no, I suppose then maybe the two. Yeah,
so
yeah,
it'd be one of each.
So Warframe would have one dev stream a month. Soulframe would have one dev stream a month.
Would have one stream a month. Yes.
Yeah, and they'd alternate every fortnight. I think it might be good. Has anyone ever shown you a build for a Warframe weapon that completely changed your perspective of it from unplayable to godly?
Yeah, I want to say Garuda, because I couldn't fucking work out how to play Garuda in the slightest, and then Sliverito turned around and goes like, "This is my Garuda build," and I'm like, "Oh."
For me, it is, and I need to play it more. I know it's probably not the best anymore, but when Harrow came out, Nell. Like, to me, the Nell, this sort of build with Nell, because I thought, what is the...
I want to hide the questions, because we can't see shit.
No, I don't care, you don't see it, it's just I looked at it to remember what the Nell is. But, yes, the Nell, I'm just like, well, it's something to do with headshots and things. Ugh, what is the point of this gun? It has no ammo. And then I'm like, oh...
That was really good.
Oh, this arcane, and then this thing, and then this blur. Damn it, I need to go back to playing Harrow. Oh, this helmet is so cool. Yeah, let me hide it, so I can go back to the beautiful helmet. Look at this! I love this helmet. I know that's like it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it. It's just so good.
Right, moving on.
Is the community responses?
Yes. I have nothing to put on screen for these, so I will just leave that there. So, okay, Ali Al Khatib, you should have had Goblin Slayer or Oberon image in replacement for the lack of Xeno.
Fair.
We should next time if we ever do that, we will definitely think of that sort of thing. Peter Graver says, at Xenogellion, 100% Steel Path does have a mastery rank. It's the same amount as the base star chart nodes. I think that's supposed to be. Yeah, thank you. Yep, thank you, Peter Graver.
I didn't know that. I thought they didn't give mastery rank because it was supposed to be optional. So, oh, fuck. I gotta get on that shit.
Anarchy Gaming, to be blunt, why would I want content that only the operators can do? I'm playing Warframe, not War Operator. They are slow and clunky.
But the idea is that you're not meant to be doing it the entire time.
Yeah,
You're supposed to be jumping in and out. Otherwise,
you're not playing Arc Frame, you're not playing Railjack Frame, but they're still you're not playing Necro Frame, but these are still sections.
Yeah.
E.g. Cross Insanity, I related to MDRLOz so much it hurts. I'm always talking about how some things could be improved in small ways or innovating on multiple old systems to catch up on new Warframe. I really like hearing about the ways people would like the game to improve. P.S. DE, more challenge please. Lower your margin of acceptable player success rate for fuck's sake. JJ24, my issue with challenge in Warframe is that when you find the right key on your keychain, the difficulty drops massively. DE does have to balance the game around the general populace. They cannot really cover all the edge cases. Pablo even said they had to drop 10 levels on the Zariman because their stat shows that it was too difficult. Source, and I'm going to have to look for this, Brozime interview with Pablo this month. We don't get interviews with people because we don't count. No. We're not popular, you see. We're not one of the cool kids.
I mean, it depends entirely on what is acceptable and what's not. I mean, if you want 98% of your player base to complete something, you have to make it easy as fuck. If you want, it depends on what's acceptable. I mean, Loz, you know the vague statistics of the number of people that completed the WoW raids, in vanilla when TBC started. I know it was less than 1% for Naxxramas.
I can't remember if it was 0.5% completed Naxxramas or even it was 0.5% attempted Naxxramas. I think it was attempted.
So it was like, of the entire player base, which was how many million at that point?
I don't know. I can't remember that now these days. Probably
it must have been like
8 million, probably. It peaked in Wrath of the Lich King at like 13. 12, 13-ish,
oh. Yeah.
So it'd been like 5, 6 maybe.
Yeah. So 0.5% attempted the hardest raid, right? At best.
Yeah.
So
and some of those fights were stupidly hard, and
so we are talking about so say there was 5 million players, if I can math, times 0.0 no, sorry, 0.5, yeah.
You probably could Google the actual statement on it, but yeah.
How on earth do I math this bad? I think I put too many zeros in. Clear. How the hell did you... Right, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 times 0.5. No. Is it times? No, it can't be times.
There's less than 1.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
25,000.
Yeah, I'm a complete idiot. I just realized how I was doing the math wrong.
Good.
Cool.
25,000.
25,000.
Oh, I hate the
out by
paracesis
me.
now. Why am I using the paracesis? That's disgusting. It's utterly disgusting. I don't want to. Can I even destroy this weapon? I don't think I can. That you
No,
can.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can. But yeah, so it's
thing.
but I think like it's really important that yes, there should be challenging content, but at the same time, they have to make sure that their player base can do it. Because otherwise, if people find out that this is too difficult, players aren't going to play the game, right? Because it's a free to play game. But for some strange reason, players, maybe this is a sweeping statement here, but I don't think a lot of players value their time, right? I think it's like, no, I'm just playing game, right? I'm just playing game. No. But you could be playing anything. You could be doing anything you enjoy. No. I'm playing game. Therefore, my time is worthless. I'm like, no. If your time was worthless, people wouldn't care if you're playing the game. So, and I think that really negatively impacts how game development can, change, because players will just go like, no, I'm tired of this game. I haven't put any money into this game. All I've done is just play the game. Screw it, I'm just going to go play Fortnite, or screw it, I'm just going to go play Call of Duty, or screw it, I'm going to go play World of Warcraft. Right? It's like, so they want to keep you playing. They want you to keep feeling like you're being successful. So they make it as easy as possible, while still, that's the problem.
Yep. Also, we have to check out this Rosie interview. Though it's sad that we don't get interviews. I blame you. You're the web man.
What?
What?
Why are we getting interviews?
We're not getting interviews.
Why? Brozime didn't get an interview.
Yes, source. Brozime interview with Pablo this month.
I think that was Brozime's interviewing Pablo.
Yeah. We don't get interviews with people.
Oh, you want us to start interviewing people?
Well, we don't. We don't interview anyone. We don't get any.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the other way around. That we get interviewed by people.
No.
That was the confusing
that's
part.
Terrible.
I don't know what...
When we do that,
right.
You start talking about your job.
Shut up.
Never gonna let you forget that. We're gonna start an interview. So my name's
No. It wasn't the job. It was my university degree, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it was that sort of line of thinking. You were like taking a job interview.
I know. I'm being stupid. It's fine. I mean, if you want to, we can start looking to do interviews.
No, I don't know if he pushed for it, but it's just we're not people anymore, are we?
No.
We're not people.
We're jaded old farts. Right. Any other community responses?
Yeah. Where have I put them? There they are. Right. The last two. Oh, I've not put the name. Oh, damn it. Let me get the name. Right, you see, I should remember this, but it is late. Right, there we go. And I want the name, which is Tiarak. Tiarak? I always get that wrong.
Yeah.
Tiarak? Right, so Tiarak replied because we were doing his or their concept. Yes, and they put some really good feedback, but the two I've chosen for it are, and I actually meant to look at this, I can't remember which one it was. So Experiment 271, I should go back and rehash these descriptions. I like the hard mode idea, but I would also go a step further. There is a boss in the game Spiral Knights called Lord Vanaduk, whose attacks reduce the size of the boss arena and requires a team of players to coordinate between damaging the boss and restoring the boss arena simultaneously. I might want to consider that during my rewrite. I love that concept.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I love that. That's brilliant. Yeah, that'd be good. And also, another point they put in here, which I thought interesting, I haven't played General Noz. Nox or Noz. This was more of a reference to Resident Evil 5's minute evacuation after the final boss. Maybe I could make kit guns or something like that to have a huge roster of items. When I rewrite the trial, I will go through a full list.
Yeah.
If just check some footage of General Nox bolt at the end. Like, it's just amazing, just boxes of loot and everything. Like, oh my god, grab all the guns! So cool. Yeah,
it's fairly simplistic. I mean, I think the reason why that felt so good though was because the whole DLC experience, because like you are with this character the entire time.
Oh,
They are constantly radioing you,
yes, yeah.
or you're hearing his diaries the entire time.
Well, you're fighting
So-
his enemies as well, and then it was also a really nice environment with the new vehicles and the highways. The whole package was just amazing, and it built up towards that. It was so good. Anyway, let us move now on to the memes of the week. So these are memes from the r/memeframe subreddit. They are linked in the description of the video, so please check them out. There's also the seventh one, which is it's a link in the description, which is my secret meme of the week, which is a video, and that is hilarious. This one, so much effort into taking footage of the story of what making a story out of how Wukong is going to get nerfed. It is hilarious. Do check it out. Links are in the description of this video. So, meme number 1. Let me get this right. Let me get my memes up properly. Soon, my wallet will be on a strict diet. Me and the boys after the new Tenno Gen skin drops. Sudden poverty.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah.
Right, then move on to meme number 2, which is my first time doing this one. Tenno, do the final sortie. I fucking hate sortie disruption missions. I fucking hate sortie disruption missions.
Yep.
Meme number 3. How I feel every time I think about it. It used to be about cyber ninjas, and there was these T keys, and we would grind for hours. Sure, Grandma, let's get you to bed.
Oh, yeah, those were the days.
Meme number 3. Yes, people do indeed say the first line. There's nothing to do in Warframe. Really? What about Nightwave, Arbitration, Steelpath, Acolyte, Sorties, Eidolon hunts, Prophet Taker, Void Angel hunts, Syndicate missions, Invasions, Alerts, Isolation Vaults, Oricon Vaults, Barricadier, Index, Bounties, Railjack, Sanctuary Onslaught, Void missions, Nightmare missions, Lich, Sister hunting, Story missions, Side missions, plus ever-expanding content, Fashion Frame Captura, Mastery Rank, MR Mastery Rank, you unlocked all content, ? Dojo Design / Recruiting, Orbiter Decoration, Ribbons, Gambling, Simulacrum, Testing Builds, Personal Objectives, Recruit Chat, Helping New Players, Trade Chat, Making Plat to buy stuff, Multiple Factions to unlock level, Warframe / Weapon Acquisitions, Playing Solo or with Friends, Clan Community Events, In-Game Events. Whew. Oh, it's not even on the bloody page.
I just noticed that myself. I was busy reading it.
There we go. Yeah. There's nothing to do in Warframe. And I read out all those things.
Yep, you did.
Whoa. Then we move on to meme number 5. First batch following the original staring the starting frames. Why do we have hands? There are many reasons. Pat the Excalibur. Hold the Excalibur. Cherish the Excalibur. Forfeit all mortal possessions to Excalibur.
I don't know what the original one is. Is it like a dog or
I don't
a cat
know.
or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be.
And then meme number 6. Here's your cap. How in the void? Sea Fox, Karen. 100% damage dealt. Just one killed boss.
What?
Wait a damn minute.
Yeah. No. Yep. I believe in that.
Yep. Doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Right. That is it for the memes of the week.
All right. Time to do.
I promised people double memes. Someone remind me when I promised you double memes. I know I promised people double memes at some point. I think for the anniversary of 10 o'clock. When is the anniversary of 10 o'clock?
October 13th, I think.
There we go. Okay, that's 2 months away. Okay, keep reminding everyone. We'll get double memes. And then time for the last thing of the week, which is the community shout-out Xeno has found.
So, the first community shout-out, You Knew This Man, You Never Knew This Man, by Ezhi.
Well, better late than never.
Yeah.
Who's that?
So we got that's Teshin in Devere Paradox.
Who's that?
It's Teshin from Devere Paradox.
Who Teshin?
Teshin's that from Devere Paradox. Moving on to the second one, which is Cora Prime.
You're not going to convince me that some hobo asking for my change is some sort of important character.
That's Teshin from Devere Paradox. Anyway, so we got Cora Prime from Floofy Dwagon.
Finally finished some fan art of Cora Prime. If you ask her politely, she'll whip claw you. Ooh.
Then we've got Lavos by Swirldo 101.
Can I hang on? Can I see these Tenno gens for this one? This one's I've seen this come up.
Yeah.
Leveling. This one is it Lavos? And then I need to see this thing. Oh. Oh, hang on.
Oh.
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 Oh, hang on. Can I'm Oh.
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 Oh. Oh.
Is that a Grack skin? It's not even a Grack skin, is it?
No, I think that's the Kuva skins.
Kuva skin.
So there's a set of Kuva skins that's not done by oh god, what's his name? Faven.
Oh wow. That's awesome.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, let me put it back up. So it's what, number 2? Oh no, 3?
No, 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So
then we've got number 4, which
sorry,
is
hang on.
another
Lavos. Big thanks to @Aaronx, the Tenno Josh by the skin. This is such an awesome look for the Alchemist frame. Yeah, it is. Damn it.
Yep.
I have to buy that myself.
Next we've got Cora Prime by Cien.
Whip and Claw, Chibi Cora Prime with her trusty kitty Venari.
Number 5 we have Cheeky Nidus helmet by Vic.
Ooh.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
And then number 6 we have Hunting by Murushi. Yeah.
Cool.
There we go. So that's it for the 6 community shoutouts. And that's it for this week's episode of 10 o'clock. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening.
Almost 2
We've got
hours.
Patreon.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Should have had a third topic.
You wanted a third topic.
I did. I want a third topic. What was the third topic out?
That's it. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And we will see you next week. And also, tell us whether or not you think there's going to be another Soulframe announcement before the end of January.
Fair enough, yeah. Maybe that'll be a question.
Or let Loz know that he made a terrible mistake.
Well, we haven't bet anything, so I haven't lost anything.
Haven't you?
No. Ridiculous. See you guys next week for episode 455. Bye.
Bye.